Your child is standing in a shop, holding two things they want, and they can only pick one. Watch their face. That tiny moment of struggle, that is one of the most important lessons in money, and most children never get taught how to use it. That struggle has a name. Economists call it opportunity cost. It sounds fancy, but the idea is beautifully simple. Every time you choose something, you give something else up. The thing you give up is the opportunity cost. And here's why it matters so much. The OECD defines financial literacy as awareness, knowledge, skills, attitudes, and behaviors that help people make informed decisions. Opportunity cost sits right at the heart of that. It is not just a money skill. It is a thinking skill. Research published in peer-reviewed journals shows that the ability to weigh a future reward against an immediate one is not something children are born with. It develops. There is a real turning point around age 4, and it keeps developing until around ages 8 to 10. So the window you have as a parent is wide open right now. A study from Cambridge University found that by age 7, most children already understand that money has value, that it can buy things, and that it can be earned. The early years are genuinely active learning years for money concepts. You are not wasting your breath talking to a 5-year-old about choices. They're listening and absorbing far more than you think. So let us start with the youngest children, ages 4 to 6. Keep it physical. Keep it tiny. Put 2 small treats on the table, a biscuit and a piece of fruit, a sticker and a small sweet, whatever works for your family. Let your child pick one. Then, gently, say this: you chose the sticker. The sweet is what you gave up. That phrase, what you gave up, is the whole lesson at this age. You're not teaching economics. You're building a language. When that phrase becomes normal in your home, your child starts using it themselves. And that is exactly what you want. For children ages 6 to 10, you can connect this directly to any money they receive. When they want to spend on something, pause before you say yes or no. Ask one question. If you buy this today, what is the one thing you will not be able to buy or do later? Wait. Let them answer for real. Do not answer for them. That pause is the practice. Every time they stop and think before spending, they're building a habit that will serve them for life. You're not blocking the purchase. You're just asking the brain to do one extra step before the hand reaches out. Now, here is something parents often find hard: letting children feel the natural consequence of their own choice. If your child spends their pocket money on something small and then feels disappointed when they cannot afford something bigger a week later, resist the urge to fix it. That disappointment is not a failure. It is the lesson landing. It is more powerful than anything you could say. Opportunity cost also lives outside of money. This is important. When your child chooses to watch a video instead of finishing their drawing, that is an opportunity cost. When they stay inside playing instead of going to a friend's birthday, that is an opportunity cost. Every choice, with or without money, involve a trade-off. The more your child sees that, the more carefully they start to choose. For older children, ages 10 to 14, introduce time as the limited resource. Ask, what are you giving up by spending an hour on this right now? Time is finite, just like money. A teenager who understands that spending an hour on one thing means not spending it on another is thinking like someone who will make genuinely good decisions as an adult. And then there's perhaps the most powerful teaching tool you have, which costs nothing at all: your own voice, thinking aloud. Try this tonight. Say, out loud, at the dinner table, I'm going to cook at home this week instead of eating out, so we can save that money for our trip. That is it. You just taught opportunity cost without a single worksheet. Children absorb the framework they hear around them. When they hear adults weigh options openly, without drama, without guilt, they learn that trade-offs are normal, not scary. Decision-making stops being something that happens to them and starts being something they do on purpose. One more thing. When your child pauses, genuinely thinks, and then makes a deliberate choice, even if it is not the choice you would make, celebrate the process. Say, I noticed you really thought about that. That is exactly what good decision-making looks like. You are rewarding the thinking, not just the outcome. That distinction matters enormously. The OECD has been clear since as far back as 2005 that financial education should start as early as possible. And in a world where children are exposed to more financial products and digital spending than ever before, that guidance has never been more relevant. Tonight, try this. Put 2 small things in front of your child, let them pick one, and simply say, that other one is what you gave up. That is the whole first lesson. You do not need anything else. Start there. If this gave you one idea you can use today, subscribe to Little Money Habits. Every video is one practical thing you can try with your child this week. No jargon, no lectures, just habits that stick.